Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Ann Barrett, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you tonight and honor these fantastic business leaders. And in particular, I'm so privileged to introduce Kelly Doran. Kelly is the most intense person that I have ever met in my life. And he's somebody who applies that intensity in every aspect of his world. So whether it's solving a construction problem or challenging some assumptions on a development or driving architectural design, every day working with Kelly is an adventure, and it is just filled with this tenacity and energy that permeates every aspect of our company. And I think it is really one of the key ingredients to our growth. When Kelly founded Doran Companies, we had less than 20 people in our company, and today we're pushing 300. He is someone who is never afraid to challenge something when he believes that there's somebody that's being treated wrongly or there's just an approach that could be better. And he's doing that right now. He is leading the charge in this business community on a number of issues that are controversial. And he does not shy away from those types of discussions if he believes that having those debates and discussions will lead to betterment of our business community and our company. I want to share a story with you tonight, though, that I think of all of my time with Kelly and all of the stories that we've shared, I think this really best exemplifies who he is and what his best quality as a leader is. A number of years ago, Kelly's longtime assistant, Kathy, who is here tonight, and it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Kathy. Oh, wow, and a round of applause. So Kathy was at her home in Bloomington alone one evening, and a storm came through, and a large tree fell on her house. And her power was out, and she had significant damage. There was water coming in, and she was trying to deal with all of this. And so who did she call? She called Kelly. And Kelly answered, and he drove over there in the middle of the night, and he helped Kathy, and he helped her secure the house and clean up what they could, and he opened up his home to her. And that is who Kelly Doran is. If any one of our 300 employees called Kelly today and said, hey, I need you, he would be there in an instant, in a heartbeat. And that, to me, is why Kelly is such a powerful leader, not just for our company, but for our entire business community. He is respected for his intelligence and his instincts and his guts, and he's, of course, admired for his success. But all of us at Doran love Kelly because of his heart. And so I am so honored to have the privilege of introducing all of you to my mentor and my partner, and most importantly, my friend, Kelly Doran.
Well, good evening, everybody. Now you know why I sold the company to her. And so if you need construction services in any time in the near future, please call Ann because she owes me a lot of money. I also want to thank all the other people from Doran Companies that are here and attending, and Kathy, happy birthday from me as well. She's put up with a lot over many years. I want to thank my family, my wife Connie, and all our kids, and my sister Nancy and her husband Chuck, and Becca, my daughter-in-law, who's expecting a baby in November, and so our first grandchild soon to come. So we're looking forward to that. I want to thank Twin City Business for this award. I want to particularly thank Burl Gilliard for all of his reporting and all the things he's done, and he wrote a great essay on me as well as Pat Ryan in the edition that you saw. When I first was told about this, I said, well, I guess that just means I'm getting old if you're getting Hall of Fame awards, and I think there's some truth to that. But as the video said, I was lucky in many ways. I grew up in South Minneapolis, a single mom. We didn't have a lot, but she taught a lot, and she taught us about perseverance and grit and working hard, and that work pays off, and you can be successful if you follow those rules. But she also taught us about being optimistic, and I am optimistic. I'm optimistic about where we are. I'm optimistic about where we're going to go. I don't think there's a greater time in the history of mankind to be alive than it is right now. And so we are all blessed to be part of the society that we live in spite of all the things you might hear and on the news or other things. We are blessed from that standpoint. And so I've been really lucky in many ways, and I think one of the great things that I've been lucky about is I found a vocation that I love to do every day. I can't wait, as I said, to go to work. I love what I do. I love every part of it. I've had the opportunity to be involved in a lot of opportunities because of that, and it's just been rewarding as heck to be able to do that every day. I think that's probably likely a common theme amongst the other inductees tonight too. I would guess that, although I don't know all of them, I would guess that they would feel the same way about what they've done in their careers, and that they truly loved what they embarked upon. And it wasn't always just about money. It was about the love of what they were doing and how could they further themselves, their families, their companies, and our society. And I would guess that Sarah Gavin and Bob Hageman and Rhonda Olson and Pat Ryan would all agree with that. All of us started companies, or we took companies that were already in existence and made them bigger and better. And we did that, and we contributed to our communities, and we contributed to our state. And I think, hopefully, we can all agree that we're better off because of that. Some of us are looking at maybe slowing down or retiring. As I said in the video, I have no interest in doing that. I'm going to do what I really want to do. I want to build things. I want to continue to design things. I love doing it, and I can't wait to do it. And a lot of our architects are here. We have 36 architects at our firm. I love working with each and every one of them, and we have a lot of fun doing it. I think they say that we have fun doing it. But we're all lucky to be involved in something that's bigger than us as well. And I think that's really a crucial thing in life, is that can you find something that you can participate in that's bigger than you? And how do you bring value to that process? And how do you bring that effort to that process that makes a difference? We've all, I'm assuming all of the inductees, including myself, we've all, through our careers, we've been guided and we've been mentored. Now it's our turn to guide and mentor. And I think that will be rewarding for all of us. We've all had the opportunity to work with great people. We were all able to leave a legacy. And we did that because, again, there's never been a better time in human history to be involved in a society than we are existing in right now. The future's bright. The next generation is capable. And we're all fortunate to look forward to that. But before I finish, I want to tell one quick story. As this was coming out, every once in a while we get together, a bunch of people in the real estate business, breakfast, lunch, over a beer, whatever, and we talk about things, what's going on in our industry. So we were at an event like that, and it was announced that these awards were happening, and there's always, of course, a little bit of light banter in these social gatherings. And so one of them said in the thing, it's pretty cool, 2 guys from the real estate industry are both being selected this year, myself and Pat. And one of them looked at me and said, well, how'd you get selected? And I said, I don't know. Maybe they wanted a younger person. I don't know. And then they said, did you see the picture of Pat on the cover? And I said, no, well, yeah, it's a good picture. He looks good. And they said, well, yeah, I wonder who dressed him. And they said, he had this kind of, if you saw earlier, this kind of contemplative, philosophical pose to him, and they said he looks really good. He looks like he's very erudite. And one of the guys says, "Well, that's a big word. I wonder if Pat knows what it means." And I said, "Well, I think he probably does. It means, I don't know Pat very well, but I think he knows that it means smart, because he is smart." And as a fellow member of the real estate fraternity, let me just say a few words about him. He took reins of the Ryan Company in the throngs of the worst real estate recession in modern history. He took over from his cousin, who unfortunately passed away at too young an age, Jim Ryan, who was well respected and loved in our industry. And he took that company through the recession, and it survived. Not many people did in our industry survive, but he took that through his leadership and skill and made that company survive. And now, subsequent to that, has made it thrive. And so it's my honor to be part of this tonight. I admire Pat. As I said, I don't know him all that well, but I admire him. But more importantly, my mother would be proud of him. Thank you.